Save big on July 4th Hot Buys and get 60-month interest-free financing now at Rooms to Go.
Spectrum Bay News 9 is brought to you by Brandon Ford. Find the biggest selection at the world's largest volume Ford truck dealer.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Good evening, I'm Rick Elmhorst.
And I'm Erin Murray in for Holly. This is your Spectrum News in 90. Attorney General Ashley Moody is urging Floridians to be aware of HVAC scams, especially as the temperatures continue to rise. Moody warned scammers may try to take advantage of the situation right now. There's a new tool to help. It's called Scams at a Glance. Keep your cool. It's on the Attorney General's website.
AAA says a record 42 million Americans will travel for the 4th of July holiday. Those folks were expected to travel 50 miles or more, and experts are urging people, of course, to be careful when they hit the road this weekend.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office is looking for substitute crossing guards for the next school year. If you're interested in applying, you can call the number you see here. They're needed for multiple communities, which you can also see listed there as well.
That's a quick look at your news. Time now for your Cholesterol 9 forecast.
I'm meteorologist Josh Linker. Drier air has settled in, a rare treat for this time of year. We didn't see any showers in our area. The closest rain we saw was down over the Keys. Now, as we head through the morning hours with a mainly clear sky, mid-60s in our northern areas, upper 60s near 70 inland, and even right around the immediate Tampa Bay area, about 74 to 76. These numbers are quite a bit below average for the morning.
New details on that deadly Uvalde school shooting. Multiple police officers armed with rifles waited in the hallway at Robb Elementary School for nearly an hour as the gunman remained in the classroom.
This information comes from the most recent investigation on what happened each minute that day. The report says that officers arrived at the school within 19 minutes, which is earlier than previously disclosed to the public. Officers also had tactical equipment with them when they arrived, including a ballistic shield, holding it as they stood in the hallway. Investigators are also saying those same officers had enough firepower and protection to take the gunman down. Parents spoke last night at an open forum, calling for the school board to fire the district police chief, Pete Arredondo.
I find it shameful that we had almost 100 officers on the scene and I had to leave work and save my own.
We were failed by Pete Arredondo. He failed our kids, teachers, parents, and city. And by keeping him on your staff, y'all are continuing to fail us.
How is Mr. Arredondo still with the program? Suspend him pending termination. It's an insult to injury. These people are in pain, and you allow this to happen.
That report also says the door to the classroom where the gunman was could not be locked from the inside. And still, there was no indication those responding officers even tried to open it while the gunman was there. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the state of Maine cannot exclude religious schools from a program that provides tuition aid to parents of children that have no public high schools in their districts.
Florida already has several school choice scholarship opportunities that can be used at religious institutions. We spoke with Florida State Senator Kelly Starger, who tells us this not only solidifies the current standing of our scholarships in Florida, but paves the way for more scholarships to be offered to our students in our state.
Read the opinion. There's lots of talk about is Maine withholding funds from these religious schools because, they're religious. So, is it status use, or is it because the schools within their curriculum are promoting religious beliefs?
Republican Senator Marco Rubio praised the decision. He said the Supreme Court sent a strong signal that discrimination against private schools because of their faith is unconstitutional. Florida already has several school choice program scholarships that can be used at religious schools. In Washington, Karina Capabianca, Spectrum News.
Attorney General Merrick Garland in Ukraine right now. He made an unannounced visit to meet with the country's prosecutor general to discuss finding and arresting suspected war criminals. Garland has pledged U.S. support for an international campaign to hold war criminals accountable.
The United States is sending an unmistakable message. There is no place to hide. We and our partners will pursue every avenue available to make sure that those who are responsible for these atrocities are held accountable.
A 21-year-old Russian soldier was convicted last month in the first war crimes trial of the invasion. He was sentenced to life in prison for killing a 62-year-old civilian.
In an effort to aid Ukrainian child refugees, a Russian Nobel laureate auctioned off his peace medal for millions of dollars. Dmitry Muratov, a journalist, won the Nobel Peace Prize last year. He's the editor-in-chief of an independent Russian news outlet and has written critically about Russia's use of military force. On Monday, Muratov auctioned off the medal for $103.5 million. The proceeds will go toward UNICEF's Child Refugee Fund, benefiting the 7.5 million children impacted by Russia's war in Ukraine.
A nearly $250,000 loan from the Housing Assistance Council will boost development of affordable housing in Waimama. These are blueprints for Magnolia Gardens Square, a new community of 38 villas and townhomes slated to be built by Florida Home Partnership Incorporated. The self-help housing program has helped more than 1,000 families achieve home ownership, including its current chief operating officer. Spectrum Bay News 9 reporter Fadia Patterson spoke with her about how that program made the American dream a reality for her family.
I am the chief operating officer, so I do a little bit of everything.
It took Vanessa Josie over a decade to get into that position with Florida Home Partnership to help others build and become homeowners.
And I started as the receptionist.
That was 19 years ago. She says one phone call with a client made her reevaluate her own status as a homeowner.
And she asked me, do you own a house? And that was like the defining moment for me. And
Josie purchased her first home through the program. Today she helps with the architecture and building designs to cater to the needs of the families that will live in these communities.
I envisioned myself, because I started the program as a single person when I went through the program. So what do I need at that moment? But what do I need for the future? Because we understand and we want our homeowners to live in their homes for 10 plus years. And
their self-help sweat equity housing program is designed for first-time home buyers with incomes below 80% of the median income. You must have good or repairable credit, and down payment assistance is available for those who qualify.
Our clients, they wouldn't be able to afford a home anywhere else, so they come to us.
These soon-to-be homeowners must also work a minimum of 600 hours building their homes.
It is definitely empowering to understand the beginning to end of a process.
A $240,000 grant from the Housing Assistance Council is making the development of Magnolia Garden Square possible.
Hinges, so they close slowly, even with the drawers.
HAC's director says housing affordability is a huge issue throughout